Good morning to all. So today we will start with our first session. We have with us Dr. Jaideep Kumar Parmar, Product Development Manager from SISTI, Society for Research and Initiatives for Sustainable Technology and Institutions, Gram Bharati, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So Dr. Jaideep is a veterinarian. He has his bachelor degree in veterinary science and animal husbandry from Veterinary College, Anand, Gujarat, and a master in veterinary pharmacology and toxicology from Anand Agriculture University, Gujarat. He has joined as a product manager at Phoenix Life Science, Rohtak, Haryana in 2020. And he is currently working as a product development manager at SISTI. So his area of research is mastitis, dewormer, nutritional and therapeutic product development for animals. He has expertise in laboratory animal handling, routine health checkup for laboratory animal, and histopathological examinations. With this short introduction, I invite Dr. Jaideep Kumar Parmar to deliver his lecture on herbal treatment for mastitis in cattle. Doctor, good morning.
Very good morning, all dear student. First, I would like to thanks Dr. Amar and SISTI for giving me an opportunity to deliver or share my knowledge and experience with you. Without taking more time, we will directly start our today's topic. Now, today's topic is herbal treatment for mastitis in cattle. Nowadays, in animals, mastitis is one of the main causative disease or condition in animal. In India, about 60 to 70% cows suffering from subclinical or clinical form of mastitis. Now, first one, start with introduction. What is the mastitis? Mastitis, it is an inflammatory response of other tissue of mammary gland caused due to physical trauma or microorganism infection. Now, first we see about the inflammation. What is the inflammation? The inflammation is the process of body white blood cell and that things that make the protect animal body from infectious caused by bacteria. Now, in simple way, we understand about the inflammation. Inflammation is the process and sequential process where occur in body in response of infectious agent or any trauma or injury. When animal body or other tissue affected by any infectious bacteria or any injury, at that time the white blood cell in means leukocyte secrete a chemical and that chemical leads to inflammatory response, and due to that chemical mediator the arterioles from other tissue increase the blood flow. That means the hyperemic condition take place in udder of animal, and that hyperemic condition the formation of debris or formation of exudate in mammary tissue. Then due to the exudate formation hyperemic condition, there is a pain or heat formation in udder. So that simply five cardinal sign of inflammation. That means due to inflammatory condition in udder, some sign are seen, like affected part. Semi. First slide. Cardinal sign of inflammation. Uh, Due to the debris formation and exudate formation in the inflammatory by inflammatory cell in other tissue, due to hyperemic condition, there is a heat formation in affected part of animal body. Second one, due to increased blood flow, there is a redness in udder, and debris accumulation and exudate formation. There is a swelling of udder, and all that inflammatory precursor leads to the pain, and due to higher pain, the function of that affected part or other tissue, the function are losses, and also decrease milk production from animal. Here you can see the picture of a normal udder and after a inflammation. Now, what are the cause or factor that are responsible for inflammatory condition in animal? First one is a pathogen. Pathogen like bacteria, mycoplasma, or mycotic fungi. There are a lot of bacteria, gram positive, gram negative. Also, fungal infection leads to a pathogen like bacterial infection, mycoplasma infection, and mycotic infection. Bacteria include a gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Second one factor is the environmental factor. Environmental factor include a milking machine. Everyone knows that in high yielding animal, now a practice followed for milking is using a milking machine. But whereas advantage of milking machine, but using a milking machine, there is a higher pressure uh, in milking machine, using a milking machine. At that time, pressure leads to a tissue damage of udder, and that's damage leads to inflammatory condition of udder in animal. Second one is a milking technique. There is various practice followed by animal owner for milking, like full hand milking or knuckling. That means knuckling means the using of a nail, that the pressure of nail put in the teeth of animals, and due to the nail pressure, the milk flow come out from teeth. Second one is full hand milking. By using a full hand, the pressure from the hand, which leads to a uh, 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 come out of milk from teeth. But due to that pressure or using a nail, the injury from the nail to the teeth, and that injury also leads to a inflammatory condition of udder. Third one is the dietary factor. The dietary factor is a main factor in animals, because the all the things of animal body production related to the dietary. If a proper diet give to animal, that a healthy animal. If the diet is not proper, at that time uh, some immunosuppression or lower immunity to animal, and that lower immunity in animal give a chance to enter the bacteria into the udder. Fourth factor is the housing. uh, Normally in village area, the people follow the practice to keep animal in a uh, open area, so that at that time open area there is a lot of chances of infection from environment, from a ground floor, or from the soil. Fifth factor is hygiene. Hygiene means nowadays in village area, people are not aware about the hygienic condition to keep animal healthy. So that due to unhygienic condition or not proper precautionary tags to animal, that's a chance of infection or infectious agent cause the inflammatory condition or mastitis condition in animal. Third one is the host factor. Host factor included dry period. The dry period, that means a period. In that period, cessation of the milking process. That means before carrying, during a pregnancy time, 7 to 8 month pregnancy, animal give a rest from milking. Up to 1 to 2 month, animal not allowed for milking. But the problem is that immediately or cessation of milking, in udder there is a accumulation of milk. Due to accumulation of milk in udder, that's lead to a inflammatory condition. Also, important things is a milking interval. Now, animal which produce a higher milk up to 50 to 20 liter per day. At that time, normally practice follow that only 2 time milking from animal. But higher milk production, there is a nowadays practice from 3 time milkings: morning, afternoon, and evening. And because this practice follow due to, if not but the milking practice in thrice in day, that means the higher milk or milk that is accumulated in udder, and which leads to a inflammatory condition in animal. Milk yield, also higher milk yield, that leads to a inflammatory condition, udder conformation, also a one of the factor. uh, Another is udder defense. The udder have a immune defense mechanism. Is immunity is lower or immunosuppression, that leads to a chance of inflammatory agent enter into the udder, and which cause the inflammatory condition. teeth injury. Any injury by any object or from owner side, that leads to a inflammatory condition. Age, if animal age is higher, at that time normally higher age leads to the immunosuppression of lower immunity, and that leads to a chances of inflammatory agent or infection agent enter into the teeth and cause a inflammatory condition. Next one is organism. Various organisms are responsible for cause infection in udder, like contagious organism like Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Mycoplasma, Corynebacterium, environmental microorganism like Streptococcus and coliform, opportunistic microorganism like Staphylococcus, and others like Pseudomonas, Actinomyces, and Nocardia. Now, various sorts of organism. One is the most one is environmental factor. Second one is the bedding material. Uh, Animal owner keep a bedding material on the ground floor for a betterment of animals, but moisture condition is higher in bedding, that leads to the chance of organism present in bedding, and that leads to a inflammatory condition in animals. Third one is from soil have many type of bacteria, and when animals sit on ground floor, at that time bacteria enter into the udder via teat canal, and also from water. One is the most source is a manure. If manure not proper clean or removed from the area where animal kept, this leads to a chance of infection in animal. Now, how inflammation process or infectious agent cause the inflammatory condition. Now, first one, when any organism or bacteria invade the udder to the teat canal. From teat canal, organism migrate up to the teat canal and colonize into the secretory cell. In secretory cell, colonized organism produce a toxic substance that's harmful to the milk producing cell, and due to the toxic substance, the cell are not properly work, or the cellular activity or tissue activity of other tissue that not properly work, and due to the infection there is a inflammation or inflammatory condition in udder. Next one is the type of mastitis. Mainly two type of mastitis: subclinical and clinical. Its name itself indicate that clinical mastitis, there are mainly three types: mild, moderate, and severe. In mild mastitis, the from udder, abnormal milk secretion with a milk, blood, milk flakes, and pus in milk. In moderate form of mastitis, swelling of teeth of or udder, or some heat or pain or redness of udder. In case of severe mastitis, fever, anorexia, that means animal not take a food, and in severe case, animal suffering also from shock condition. Whereas in subclinical mastitis, the absence of all visual sign and symptom, but by various diagnosis method, the somatic cell count are increased and milk production decrease. That is a hidden sign which seen by decreasing milk production or by checking by uh, uh, California mastitis test. Economic loss due to the mastitis. In India, every year annual loss up to 7,165 crore in India, higher loss up to 31% due to the milk production losses. Due to the inflammatory condition of udder, animal not allow milking or decrease the milk production from animal, and that leads to a losses to animal owner. Second one is veterinarian and drug. That means due to inflammatory condition, animal owner use a various practice for treatment of animal by visit of veterinarian or using a antibiotic drug. And that antibiotic drugs are higher cost, and the loss due to loss by using a antibiotics to the animal. Third one is a discard milk due to the affected milk, sometimes pus in milk, blood in milk. That milk are not used for consumption purpose, so that affected milk or affected milk from animal are discard, not used. Fourth one is the excess labor demand due to the inflammatory condition. Animal owner uh, uh, required a higher labor for take care of animal. And last one is a premature culling. If sometimes severe mastitis, there is a no secretion of milk from udder. That means a animal not used for a production purpose, and that animal are culling. Now, detection of mastitis. The various method follow for detection of mastitis. Now, first one is the visualization and palpation of udder. Seeing udder with inflammation or swelling or pus in milk or blood in milk, that is sign of mastitis. Also, palpation of udder. The touching udder of animal, if higher heat from udder, that may indicate the inflammatory condition of udder. The second one method is the detection of somatic cell count. Due to the inflammatory condition, there is an increase of leukocyte WBC count in milk, and using a California mastitis test, animal owner or veterinarian know that if somatic cell count are higher, that indicates a inflammatory condition of udder and positive for mastitis. Now, various treatment follow for cure a mastitis condition in animal. Use of antibiotic. Mastitis caused by bacterial infection. That means for cure of infection, veterinarian use a antibiotic for treatment aspect. Second one is the intramammary infusion of drug. The mammary infection of udder and infectious agent present inside the udder, so that veterinarian pass a mammary tube to the intramammary via teat canal and directly release a drug into mammary gland, and which leads a reduce a inflammatory condition of udder. Third one is the use of anti-inflammatory agent. The anti-inflammatory agent include a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory and also a steroidal anti-inflammatory agent. The non-steroidal inflammatory agent produce a effect by blocking a cyclooxygenase and lipoxygenase enzyme of and from the normally say that from arachidonic acid to the prostaglandin and prostacyclin, one enzyme is required for conversion, and that enzyme is a cyclooxygenase. An anti-inflammatory agent block that cyclooxygenase and further subsequent event are stopped. First one is the immune booster. Due to a inflammatory condition in animal immunity is lower, and at that time immune booster like multivitamins or minerals are required for increase immunity. And last one is the ethnoveterinary and homeopathic practice. Nowadays in India, farmers are more focused on the Ayurveda and homeopathy for treatment of mastitis. Now, what are the drawback of using antibiotic for treatment of mastitis in cow? Due to higher use of antibiotic and haphazardly use of antibiotic in animal, that leads to a antibiotic resistance in animal, also in human, because sometime veterinarian or any paravet give antibiotic in underdose or in higher dose, and underdose and higher dose both conditions leads to a antibiotic resistance in animal. Second one is the antibiotic residue in milk. The antibiotic which given to animal, and that antibiotic residue comes out in milk, and that's milk if consumption by human, at that time the possible chance is the transmission of antibiotic resistance to human also. And last one is the high cost of antibiotic treatment, because in higher generation antibiotic price is somehow higher, and that's leads to a cost means higher price for treatment. Now, what is the ethno-veterinary medicine or ethno-veterinary practice? Ethno-veterinary knowledge is acquired through the practical experience, and has traditionally been passed down orally from one generation to next generation. The various components of several herbs, shrooms, plants are used as medicinal for the treatment of many types of human and animal disease. Herbal medicine comprises a plant-based medicine, can be used for therapeutic, prophylactic, and diagnosis applications in animal care and disease prevention. Now, in allopathic practice, means antibiotic practice, at least 3 to 7 days required for treatment, and that antibiotic residue and toxic metabolites are passed in milk, meat, and animal byproduct. Hence, the rural area of India, the traditional herbal, homeopathic, and Ayurvedic medicine are used by the local people for treating the mastitis. Now, various advantage of use of herbal medicine. First one is herbal medicine are safe alternative as compared to the antibiotic treatment. Second is a low cost of production of herbal medicine, because the herbal medicine, plant-based medicine, and the production cost is less than antibiotic treatment. No resistant issue of using a herbal medicine. Last one is a reduced mortality in dairy cattle by using a herbal treatment. Now, various ethno-veterinary formulation developed for treatment of mastitis by National Dairy Development Board, Anand, Gujarat. There is a various type of mastitis, but for all type of mastitis, commonly use a formulation which includes aloe vera, turmeric, and calcium oxide. The preparation of formulation by blend the three: aloe vera, calcium oxide, and turmeric, and after that cut the both lemon into half piece. How that formulation applied to the udder? The make the handful of paste with adding 150 to 200 ml of water, wash the and clean the udder and apply mixture thoroughly to the udder and repeat the same application 10 times in a day for 5 days and feed 2 lemon twice in a day for 3 days. And this practice nowadays in Gujarat commonly used as a ethno-veterinary formulation for treatment of mastitis by farmer. Second one is when the case of udder edema means swelling of udder. At that time, sesame or mustard oil, turmeric powder, and garlic are used. Preparation of formulation. The first one is heat the oil and add turmeric powder and slice of garlic. Mix well the formulation and remove the mix well, and after that allow to cool and prepared paste apply in a circular manner with force over the anti-edematous region and udder. And this practice follow 4 times in a day for 3 days. And these ethno-veterinary practice are very useful for a edematous or swelling of udder in animal. Third practice is teeth obstruction. In severe cases, sometimes teeth are blocked and then no come out of milk from teeth. At that time, freshly plucked and clean neem leaf stick, turmeric powder, butter or ghee are used. Preparation: neem leaf stick at the required length based on teeth length. Pour the turmeric powder and butter, mix thoroughly and apply on the neem leaf stick. And after that, the neem leaf stalk insert into coated neem stalk into the affected teeth in anti-clockwise direction and replace the fresh neem stalk after the each milking. And these practice are commonly used by farmer. The assistant professor Dr. Deep Narayan Singh from Mathura validate the various practice for treatment of mastitis. The application of paste of turmeric powder, fresh leaf of drumstick, mixed with common salt over the infected udder of cattle and buffalo, and that paste applied to the udder thrice in a day, and that treatment is very effective. Mixture of 200 grams of aloe vera, turmeric powder, and lime, and the prepared paste from using all three ingredient, and that paste applied on udder of animal uh, up to 5 days, and that treatment is very effective. Using a turmeric, limestone, aloe vera, and lemon juice, and make a paste with adding 150 to 200 ml of water and apply externally over the affected part of udder, and that practice are commonly used for a mastitis condition in animal. Also, if feeding a 20 to 30 gram of camphor in banana fruit twice in a day up to the 3 day is also effective in a milk with blood or abscess condition. In severe mastitis condition, crush the 100-gram leaves of spongy gourd in 250 ml of water and apply over the affected part of teeth or udder and tie with a cotton cloth. And this treatment also very effective for control a mastitis condition. Now, various in vitro study uh, for antimicrobial activity of various plant extract. Second and his co-worker studied the effect of ethanolic extract of Corianum sativum and gingiber officinally on growth of Staphylococcus aureus isolated from milk of cow infected with clinical mastitis. And using a various concentration 50 mg, 100 mg, 200 mg and 400 mg of concentration, and based on dose dependent manner, the plant extract showing the zone of inhibition against a Staphylococcus aureus organism. Also, Edward and his co-worker in 2012 studied the synergistic antimicrobial activity of crude ethanolic extract of garlic and neem leaves against bovine mastitis. And using a various concentration up to 100 microgram and 200 microgram, showing the zone of zone of inhibition against a Staphylococcus aureus. Antibacterial activity of Tinospora cordifolia leaf extracts against bovine mastitis pathogen. Tinospora cordifolia extract showing a zone of inhibition against E. coli bacteria, and almost similar result with the ampicillin antibiotic. Also, the studied the immunotherapeutic potential of Osimum sanctum in bovine subclinical mastitis. Effect of therapy of Osimum sanctums. In table, we see that the somatic cell count from day 0 is a higher, but after 28-day treatment, somatic cell count are decreased. Also, CMT score, California mastitis score. At 0 day, there is a somatic cell California mastitis score is higher, but after 28-day treatment, CMT score is lower. Also, electrical conductivity and pH also a increase, means alkaline condition after the treatment of Osimum sanctum. Effective herbal formulation from aloe vera, turmeric, and lime that field trial performed in 50 infected cow which suffering from clinical mastitis. And after that 5-day treatment, result shows that there is a decrease in swelling of udder, and also decrease a somatic cell counts in milk. Various ethno-veterinary herbal medicine used against mastitis against various pathogen, various herbs or plants are used and showing a antimicrobial effects against pathogen. These are the list of plants against specific pathogen produce a antimicrobial activity. Now, what is the reverse pharmacology? Why reverse pharmacology is important? When we validate a farmer practice, at that time reverse pharmacology is important, because based on traditional knowledge, whatever the traditional knowledge from one generation to another generation or practice, first validate in clinical experience or directly in on animal. If that practice show a positive result in animal, after that positive result, further value addition and in vitro study perform into labs. That's mean from practical trial to the lab. That's called a reverse pharmacology. For treatment aspect, I pull near about 300 to 400 practice from 60 beta database, and I found that among all the practice, commonly use a herbs by farmer for treatment of mastitis are citrus lemon, coriander sativum, cinnamon camphora, aloe vera, allium sativum, Azadirachta indica, curcuma longa, and Tectona glandis. All are plants or herbs that commonly used by farmer for a treatment of mastitis in homemade formulation. Now I performing some field trial by using a coriander sativa leaves and camphor. The history of animal were a swelling of udder and pain on udder, and the diagnosis of mastitis performed based on history, clinical observation, milk sample test by using a mastitis strip detection. Here you see that this is a strip. In that mastitis strip, put a drop of milk, and within a second, result so that if animal milk is infected and animal suffering from mastitis, at that time the increase the grade or color so is a greenish. That means a positive for mastitis. And for that I use a I use a coriander leaves fed to animal 500 gram morning and 500 gram evening with 2 gram of camphor with millet bread twice in a day up to the 3 day. And result is I found that after 3 day treatment, examine the odor of optic cow and felt a softer than earlier examination, and also decrease the swelling of odor. And from the owner feedback, there is a increase in milk yield near about half a liter. That means indicates a positive effect of coriander and camphor as a treatment of mastitis. The using the same ingredient coriander and camphor, which slightly increase the quantity of coriander, give a positive result in treatment of mastitis. And after the treatment, decrease a uh, uh, swelling and increase the milk production in animals. Now in the same field trial, third field trial, increase a quantity of coriander leaves up to 1 kg per day, and fed the 1 gram of camphor with millet bread to the animal. And after the treatment, there was a decrease in udder swelling and normal secretion of milk without a any flax or any blood in milk. And here you can see the before treatment strip showing a grade up to 3, and after treatment there is no infection, that is means 0 grade of milk. Also from the data from Srishti database, and farmer commonly use plant perform a antimicrobial activity in vitro or in lab. And from that I developed a product name is a musty remedy using a coriandrum sativum, cinnamon camphora, tinospora, and another list of herbs. And this is the product based on traditional knowledge and from the farmer knowledge. this product is developed, and now some clinical data and further product trial are nowadays performed. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor, for giving us an elaborate lecture on mastitis and different herbal treatments that are currently being followed for the treatment in cows, cattle. The session is open for a discussion now. Any clarifications you need to ask, you can ask Dr. Jaydeep.
Good morning, sir. I have a clarification for this part where you had given list of plants that are against the pathogen that causes mastitis, right? So what's the exact mechanism that is there that prevents the plant from getting infected by the pathogen?
Sorry, I can't understand your question properly. Can you repeat?
Yeah, so like, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like I just wanted to know, like, how are some plants like against the pathogen that causes mastitis? What is the mechanism there?
Means okay, mechanism of plant for uh, decrease or against antimicrobial activity, are you asking?
Yes, yes, like
Okay, okay,
for this microbe in
okay,
particular, the one that causes mastitis. Yeah.
okay, okay. That means plants mainly act on the cell wall and cell membrane of bacteria, and rupture the cell wall of bacteria, and that's are responsible for a damage to the bacteria, and as a antimicrobial activity from plant side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
There is a question.
Okay, okay. uh, uh, mm, all antibiotic that pass through the mammary gland, there is no any issue regarding penetration power into the mammary gland. And for second question, method of detection treatment is the same for all veterinary animal. Detection method are mainly the same, but the treatment aspect are differ from animal to animal, and also from severity basis. If severe cases at that time required a higher antibiotic treatment, and also antibiotic treatment via intramammary route, and also in severe cases required a supplementary treatment or supplements for a increase the immunity like multivitamins and mineral supplement based on severity required treatment. The treatment aspect treatment follow based on the severity of infection, but the method of detection are same for all animal. Okay, okay. Your question is good, colostrum, but uh, by seeing we can identify the pus cell, because the colostrum, the higher amount of protein, and that milk have a thicky consistency as compared to the pus cells, means, or pus. That's clearly clearly by naked eye we identify the pus, milk with pus and colostrum in milk.
Any other questions? Any more questions? If no more questions, then we will wind up this session. I thank Dr. Jaideep Palmer for delivering us a wonderful lecture on herbal treatments of mastitis for the cows. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you, thank you.
So our next session, we will continue with our next session. We have with us today some previous BIIS participants, awardees. We will interact with them. They will share their experiences and their about their projects, everything with you now. I think we'll first call upon Priyadarshini, because she has some other lecture also next. So first we will ask Priyadarshini to share her views.
Yes.
Good morning,
So,
Priyadarshini.
good morning, sir.
Yeah. So we have with us Priyadarshini Subramaniam from Tamil Nadu. She is our BIIS 5 participants, right? Yeah, she's our BIIS 5 participant. She has her undergraduate in BTech Biotechnology from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. And she has also done an internship at the University of Delhi South Campus, summer internship at Dr. Jagreet Kaur Laboratory, Department of Genetics. Her dissertation topic is screening the efficacy of using graphenized AU and zinc oxide plasmonic nanocomposite as fungicide. She has been awarded with the second prize, the paper presentation at national level technical symposium Bio Concurrenza 2020. She has a summer research fellowship from Indian Academy of Sciences and award of honor for double centum in her SSLC. She has also completed a project on screening the candidate pathogenic genes using host-induced gene silencing in Sclerotia, Sclerosium nicotiana benthamia pathosystem. Priyadarshini? Yeah, you can start.
Yes, sir. So myself, Priyadarshini, thank you for that introduction, sir. So currently I'm doing my MBA from Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, which also is, I got to know through BIIS only. So I was attending BIIS program when I was doing my final year of undergraduation. And at that time only I know about EDI college, and currently I'm doing my MBA here, and it is going to complete. So thanks for that. I'm always thankful for BIIS for giving me about startup journey and entrepreneurial spirit. So I like to share my startup journey now. Currently, I'm working in my startup. So I also like to interact with you guys about how to start your startup and how I face that journey and issues or something. So that's it. Sir, shall I share the screen? Hello. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, Priyadarshini.
Our startup is Waytaker Sustainable Solutions. Basically, we are an agri-tech startup. We are working in the area of two things. One is supply chain and the other one is irrigation solution. So irrigation in case of rain-fed agriculture, where farmers lack proper irrigation source at drought times. So we don't have any kind of irrigation source like bore wells, which is available in some part of the land, but whereas some part will be under rainfed conditions. So completely depends on the monsoon. So we are working to solve that problem. So we are working on the hydrogel technology. It is a composite, nano composite, which can absorb moisture and use it for crops. So basically, this is a very in nascent stage. We are working it out. Just now we have established a proof of concept, and we are moving towards validating it. So this hydrogel material, it can absorb the atmospheric moisture and use it for crops. It is a biodegradable.
Grassroots practices that is being.
Hello.
Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, sorry. So this is basically biodegradable material. Currently, we do have like Pusa hydrogel. If you guys are aware, I'm not sure. This hydrogel, Pusa hydrogel, is able to condition the soil. It is also biodegradable, but it can't absorb the moisture. But the hydrogel which we are working is able to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere in the vapor condition and use it for crops. So this is one product we are using, and the other one is the service related to Christian. So Christian is how it born is, you guys know, like startup is now very booming, and in India we do have 700 agri-tech startups and 25 million active farmers are using that. Like we have a very huge farmer population of 140 million, but still only 25 million active farmers are using it. So but still average income of our farmers is 3 lakh per annum. So this was the thing we made us to work on the concept called yeah, this is a Christian. So this is a SaaS based platform. SaaS means software as solution for farmers. So this concept uses crop database management system, which helps the farmers to manage their regular activity. So Christian is an innovative agri-clinic startup, agri-clinic, where we have embedded our software system to help farmers and to help the agri-clinician to support farmers for verifying the plant diseases, management of plant diseases, managing the crop data, managing post-harvest losses to prevent the post-harvest land losses, warehouse management, machineries will be supported by the Christian. So of initially financial budget recently is supporting the rural enterprises. So with that concept, we have started this. We have entered into the market also. So we are procuring farm produce and giving to farmers, supporting the farmers with minimum support price, and giving to B2B selling we are doing. As of now, we have started with this service. So this is how it works. Christian online help system and Christian store, we have merged it, and farmers order whatever it is requirement of farmers will be supplied through Christian stores, and we are taking the farmers produce, giving them the minimum support price, and we are giving it to processing units or to customers. So I just want you guys to have a spirit of having your own startup, which I had with the beginning of BIIS. Through BIIS only, I just found how to enter, like how to conduct a proper research methodology, and that has always helped me. BIIS workshop has always helped me to find the information related to like research and development product. It can be research and development or related to farmers. So I just started to collect, gather information with the start of BIIS only. So I always looked for problems. Till the time I don't know how to have a business or how to work on a new product, then it was a very strong basic knowledge which strike me is look for a problems always around you, which was taught by BIIS always. So startup journey always starts with solving a problem. So see the problem around you, work on it, build your own team and make a prototype, and then go for funding opportunities available from the government. Like Sitare is also having like Honeybee Network also supporting, yeah, Honeybee Network also supporting students with GIT award, 15 lakhs award for their own prototype development. You always need to have small researches and basic research conducted in your laboratory or anything. So find a problem, work on your prototype with the help of, there are many BioNest incubation centers available. So work on the product to have a basic research or basic small proof of concept established. So I'll tell you what is proof of concept. Proof of concept is like the hydrogel which we work, we just proved so far that the material can be used or it is working. That is proof of concept. Then the prototype is you just build a model, but it may not be necessary that it is properly working, it or efficiency is high. Then you go for MVP, minimum viable product. So minimum viable product in the sense a smaller version of your complete product. For example, in the last lecture you saw for mastitis herbal treatment, no, that is a product. So if they produce that product in a smaller quantity, then it is a minimum viable product. So that is how POC concept you need to establish with that and start to apply for funds and build your own prototype and go for building minimum viable product. So this is how the startup journey starts. And seed funds for ideation stage startups. So I just want you guys to know what are all the funds available so that you can get use of it and work on your startup idea. It is not always you need to register a company. Even very small stage, you can apply for the funds and later you can register your company once you got some funds. But you need to have a basic researches. That is what like many students are unaware that we need to have the company or co-founders team. Of course, you need to have a strong team members, but it is not always necessary you need to have the company. There are many seed funds and support grants available for the ideation stage startups. So for example, Nidhi Prayas is there. It is science and technology. It can be biotech or engineering products. So, other than biotech also, any products can be related, but it is purely for physical product and not the service. So it is for up to 10 lakhs, you get the support from Department of Science and Technology, and Prism grant is there for 2 lakh ideation stage, and for building the MVP, you get up to 20 lakhs, and it is also for physical product and not only for service related like softwares. And there is also a big grant, both for product and services. We get this grant up to 50 lakhs. So it is for biotech products. Now it has been very diversified, like food, agriculture, and data analysis, software related to data analysis, data maintenance, medical devices. A vast variety of sectors has been covered for big grant. It is supported by Department of Biotechnology. I guess many of you would have known this grant. And seed fund is up to 20 lakhs, which is supported by Startup India. So for this seed fund, you need to have the registered startup. So both the product and service are supported by seed fund grant. And next is SSIP grant, which is very much useful for the grants students, particularly in Gujarat state. SSIP is supported for the Gujarat state government and Gujarat students. So those who are here, please apply for that grant, which you get very easily. And to work at the very early stage, it is very helpful. And Tamil Nadu is also supporting TANSEED 2 lakh to 10 lakh grant is there for prototype development, and NI grant up to 20 lakh it is there. You have to have the registered startup for this. NI grant also supports product and services both, particularly in the Gujarat only, and tied up to 5 lakh grant it is there for prototype support, and RKVY scheme for agri-tech startup for ideation stage they support up to 5 lakh, and growth stage startup 25 lakh they support. And Startup India, apart from this, there are very like many grants are frequently updated in Startup India portal. You can also visit Startup India portal and guide the award. Of course, it is Shrishti's, and they support till up to 15 lakhs. I'm not sure whether this time the call is opened or not, but it is an early call, yearly call. You can also apply that and get it. So incubators, there are lots of incubators where you get very few incubation charge, less fees, but many incubators are also free for students, so you can work on the incubation to develop the basic POC. Say for example mastitis, when you have any herbal treatment, BIIS, Srishti has BIIS lab, you can work there and develop your product, then apply for funds to further scale it up. And there are also Atal incubation centers, and VHub is particularly supports the women entrepreneurs. Apart from this, there are multiple incubation centers. So as of now, I want to quote this because these are all very, they are charging very less rates for students. So I just quoted this. So that's it from my side. So I just want you guys to come up, and people are not aware. As far as I have seen in my college also, in my whole degree, in my whole batch, I'm the one to enter into startup journey. So I just want you guys to come and take over the startup journey. So that's it. Thank you. Yes, sir. Hello. 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 Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, if you guys have any doubts, please just ask me. If you want to apply for any grant support or you want to know more about anything, I'll share my 1 minute. So I've shared my contact number and email ID. You can write to me about anything, asking for like how to apply for grants or how to move further. If you have any kind of startup idea, I would love to help you out, and that's in that conditions. So please take if you want. So that's it. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, please share your mail ID and contact number, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. I'll share.
Hello.
Sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Priyadashni. Thank you for your wonderful talk today, inspiring our students. Yeah. Students, if you have any questions, doubts, you can ask Priyadashni. Any questions for Priyadashni? Okay. In that case, we thank for help from BIIS to startups. Yes. currently working on. We thank Priyadarshini for joining us today. Thank you, Priyadarshini.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so our next BIIS awardee will join us. Deepika?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Deepika. Okay. So today we have with us another BIIS awardee, BIIS 4. She is from BIIS 4. She's currently working on her MTech project at SISTI. She will be sharing her journey of BIIS with us now.
Okay. A very good morning to all of you. Good morning. So before moving ahead with the presentation, I would like to talk about how I joined BIIS program and how I got funded of 1 lakh rupees as BIIS 4 Sitare awardee. So there is so many grassroots practices that is being used by grassroots people